What's up, it's your boy Kyle Russ here with HydroMind. In this quick video, I'm gonna show you a quick little hack that you can do before you paddle out that's gonna give you increased power output and endurance. It's called a spleen dump. Now the spleen actually holds a reserve of red blood cells, and you can do this two-step process, release those red blood cells and hyperoxygenate them to increase your power and your endurance. Now the spleen is so closely related to breath holding as well as endurance. There's a indigenous tribe called the Bajau, and they're famous for being the longest breath holders in the world. They're free divers, they dive for all their food, and they can walk across the bottom of the ocean for very, very long periods of time. And through recent studies, they've found that these people have a spleen that's actually 50% larger than the average human. Now that's insane, 50% larger, so they can hold way more red blood cells in their body. That's why they can hold their breath for so long. Now, in order to do this, super simple. Prior to paddling out, sitting on the beach with your board, you want to do a couple breath holding exercises. So what you want to exhale, blow out all your oxygen that way. You'll get the urge to breathe quicker. Hold your breath until you get a strong to medium urge to breathe. And then inhale and recover for about 5 breaths. And then do that again. Exhale, hold your breath 3 times. And now it takes 2 to 3 times to trigger this, and that breath holding is what triggers your spleen to release all those red blood cells into your system. So after that's done, you're gonna have more red blood cells in your going through your veins and your arteries, and that is gonna increase your oxygen carrying capacity. So you'll be able to deliver more oxygen to your muscles as well. It's gonna allow you to hold your breath longer. But before you paddle out, you wanna oxygenate that blood. Now the blood is already oxygenated to a certain degree, but you want to get that to a peak state. So this technique is called piston breathing, and it's super important to be done with your diaphragm, in and out through the nose, not the mouth, never the mouth. And you just want to take rapid, stick out the 20 to 30 times. Never to the point that you're dizzy, because if you're going to get paddling out into the water, you make sure you want to be there upstairs as well. So hold your breath 2 to 3 times till a strong urge to breathe, or 3 times, and then hyperoxygenate your blood with piston breathing prior to paddling out. It's going to give you more red blood cells in your body, and it's also going to increase the amount of oxygen you have in those red blood cells, and that's going to increase, number 1 is power output. So paddling is a super intense thing. It's like running or jogging for your upper body, and that can be super tiring, especially if the swell is big. So adding that extra amount of fuel is going to help you get through the break, especially when it's really big. As well, it's going to increase your endurance because you have more fuel to burn, right? And a big part of surfing is constantly being forced to hold your breath when you're duck diving or getting caught inside or wherever that may be. And because you have more oxygen and because you're able to hold your breath longer, you come up less depleted. And so that's going to add to your endurance and your power as well. So that's a super, super simple trick that you should do every time you surf. It's available to everyone. Like I said, that stuff is there. It's a biological process that was built there for a reason because of our connection to the water. And your connection to the water as a surfer is something that can be used to your advantage. I hope you enjoyed this video.